Tim Leary, former UCLA Bruin, a former #1 draft choice by the New York Mets back in 1979. Out of the Mets organization, he was traded to Milwaukee and then came to the Dodgers in a deal that sent first baseman Greg Brock over to the Brewers. Leary on the mound, and then he's facing Herm Winningham, leadoff hitter.
This is a set lineup for the Dodgers. You see the same defense pretty well every day unless somebody gets hurt and unless they start losing too many games. Nobody's panicking around here like now. They've lost 2 in a row, and their record at home has now fallen to 11-9. They're 10-10 against the East, 0-2 against the Expos.
Herm Winningham got the start in last night's ball game over Mitch Webster as manager Buck Rogers continues to shake up the lineup. Winningham had a pair of hits last night. Could have had 3 if Mike Marshall didn't rob him of a hit in the first inning.
Herman also collected his first run batted in of the season last night. The 3rd run in a 3-0 victory for the Expos. This team's sort of lucky, isn't it, Ken, that they've got so many guys that qualify as a leadoff type hitter. You could put Webster up there. Herm Winningham has speed, as is witnessed by his play in the outfield.
Breaking ball from Leary has Winningham headed back to the dugout. Watch this ball drop off. Winningham expecting the fastball. Looks like some sort of split finger pitch. Goes almost straight down. Sosha grabs it out of the dirt, makes the tag, and that's strikeout number 1.
Maybe that's a pitch that Leary has acquired that had him pitching so well in winter ball and has him striking out batters. It's something unusual for him. He's not been known as a strikeout pitcher, but now has 35, and this is his 41st inning.
And he's shown great control, hasn't walked too many batters. That'll keep you out of trouble. It's Tim Wallach.
The #2 hitter is 3 for 9 in this series. Hit a home run last night off Alejandro Pena to make it 2-0. Count is 1-1 from Tim Leary to Tim Wallach, who also grew up nearby, lives in Tustin, California, a suburb of Los Angeles. 1-2. Wallach's average at .239, as you saw. He has only 11 runs batted in. Part of the reason he's up in the #2 spot now, and the RBI leader Brooks is batting 4th. And Wallach is gone. Strikeout number 2 for Leary. That's a great start.
This time of night, the lights haven't really taken effect. I would ordinarily say that the hitters are having a problem finding the ball, but the other night, the same situation. There were 5 runs scored in the first inning between both ball clubs. Manager Tommy Lasorda, if he can get Tim Leary to go with his big 2, Oral Hershiser and Fernando Valenzuela, and get him pitching well, the Dodgers will be there in the top of the division in the West all year long.
And might not miss Bob Welch as much as they might otherwise. Tim Raines is 3 for 8 against the Dodgers in this series. The average is only .275. Started this trip to Atlanta, San Diego, LA, and San Francisco at .298. He's near .300 as a left-handed hitter, .297 batting against right-handers as he is now. 1-0 pitch from Tim Leary to Tim Raines. Ball 2, 2-0. Leary's lifetime record is just 1-1 against Montreal. The only victory was a complete game win when he was with the New York Mets several seasons ago. This is just his 2nd start against Montreal, although he's pitched in relief against them. 2 balls and a strike to Tim Raines. Top of the 1st. If you've just joined us, I'm Jim Houston with Ken Singleton at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. 3rd game of a 3-game set. The Expos won the first 2 as Raines fouls one off.
Well, last night a situation came up in the ball game with Raines at bat and the base open. Now, it wasn't an intentional walk with Ubi Briggs coming up next, but they barely rolled the ball to the plate and Tim was walked.
Strikeout number 3 for Tim Leary, who has an impressive start against the Expos, striking out the side. Winningham, Wallach, and Raines all go down on strikes.
Target from Sosha, low and inside, and he puts the ball almost right in the glove, right on the corner. Strike 3 call. by veteran umpire Bob Engel.
Tough act for Dennis Martinez to follow as Leary gets the Expos